5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sync.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the TTV BrickFeed Podcast. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Barteran.
I'm Mesa.
I'm LJ.
And this is BrickFeed episode 43.
Woo! Mardi Gras!
Man, look at this OG4.
The core
It is
four.
so
The Elite
tiny
Four.
today.
You say OG, but it's not really the OG. Like,
yeah, if it
you
were
are definitely
it'd be
not
like
OG.
Var, Meso, Keeney.
Okay,
Yeah,
listen.
Keeney.
Not even Meso. It'd be like me, Sideswipe, Keeney,
And Star, yeah.
and Star Paro.
But to be fair, as of right now, we're part of this. Like, I feel like there's like a new OG that comes after we get
The
repurged
new
all
original.
of
That's
the...
not what OG means.
I'm saying that like we have so many different, like so many new people now that like we have to like the
If you
term
wanna say
original generation gets shifted
The
back a
owners,
bit.
you know, that works.
But fair enough.
The owners
All
are
right,
here.
Sure.
Yay.
We're all on the
Phenomenal.
legal document, guys. Nice to meet you.
I love being
We
a
have
legal
our signatures
documents.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. So glad
Hey,
all
speaking
of
of
our...
legal documents, tax season's coming up, am I right?
Oh my god.
Oh
Okay.
my god,
This
I
is gonna
hate
be
tax season
one
so
of the
much.
first few years I'm gonna get a tax return, and I'm really excited about that.
Same. I'm happy. I
Oh.
can't wait.
I'm really looking forward to because I made money last year, so I'm
Well, okay,
looking forward to it.
you will have to pay taxes. You might not get a tax return. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Fairly
Like,
confident I will.
Last year, I didn't get a tax return. 2 years before, I did.
Did they withhold
Uh,
your taxes from your payments?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, see, here's the thing. They withheld taxes, but they also, there was some other things that they paid for as part of the taxes. So everything evened out,
I
essentially,
see,
that
I
I needed to
see.
pay taxes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
So,
I'm hoping.
Prentice
I'm hopeful.
expertly points out that there's more patrons than cast members in our live studio audience right now.
Well, I mean, that's a good
Well, as
thing,
there
right? That's
should
what
be,
we
yeah.
want.
Exactly.
That's
I
fine.
mean, like, I feel like there almost always is, right?
Yeah,
I guess we've
I
had some
would
pretty
think
big
so.
podcasts, but I'm hoping we have more than just 4 fans. This is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, basically. I'm hoping more than 4
You know?
people pay $1 and come join us, which we should totally do.
Exactly.
Check us out.
We should
live
totally
studio
do.
audience. Read your comments on air.
Patreon.com/the TTV channel. Donate $1 or more to get on the Discord server and be part of our live studio audience. It's a great time.
Donate.
I-
It's great.
Some people are having issues actually getting on the Discord
Yeah.
server. We're trying to work through that, but
If you guys are having issues getting on Discord, like if you're watching this on YouTube right now and you are a Patreon and you can't get on the Discord, you need to try contacting Patreon and see
Right.
if they can help you out, because we've exhausted our resources.
we've tried
are
doing
concerned.
everything on our end. Yeah,
we don't
and
have anything.
What we were told by customer service is to essentially just have you guys submit a ticket to them and
Yeah.
say which Patreon you are. So mention us, give us the link to our Patreon, and then also say that you're not able to connect to Discord, and they should work everything out on their end. That's as far as we can do. We can't do anything at this point.
Right. It's a very case by case basis, because obviously some people aren't having issues, as is evidenced by our Patreon live viewer people.
You guys are great.
Live studio
A
audience.
live studio
Hashtag.
audience. We need like a laugh track to represent them.
Sure, exactly.
Or
Yeah.
we're gonna be like a.
Also, hey, shout out to the notification squad. You guys are doing God's work, or I mean,
You know,
just doing
I've got a
work,
problem
I
with
guess.
the YouTube notification thing. I know this is a Lego podcast, but
I mean,
I just
talk
got,
about it.
I just
What
got to
up?
complain real quick, because I get
Go for it.
notifications for my subscriptions, right?
Yeah.
The thing that gets me, though, is if I click on YouTube homepage, for instance, I will see new videos from like my subscriptions on the homepage, and I'm like, oh, cool, I want to watch that. And then as I click it, I finish watching the video. It was a good video. Cool. I click off. I go back to the YouTube homepage. I suddenly get a notification for the video that was released that I just watched.
Right.
What in the
I'm like,
world?
okay,
It's happened more than once to me.
if this is the case, what is the point of notifications? It doesn't alert me when the video is out. It alerts
This
me
happens
after
all
I've
the
already
time
watched
with our
it.
videos.
That's a great
It's so dumb.
situation. Awful.
I feel like it's so weird too, because it's like the notification thing should alert you the moment it comes out, but sometimes it takes, like, it's on a lag. Like, I'll get on, and after I've done the entire day, I'll get notifications from our channel on my private YouTube account, from our channel, of a video that I've uploaded. I'm like, I know when this video went up because I'm the one that uploaded it. It's a news video and everything. I made it go live, and now, like, 4 hours later, I'm getting this thing. Oh, have you checked out this video? I've been working on it for the past week. Yeah, I got the video. I got the notification. I know when it
Working
went
on
live.
a
YouTube's
news video
stupid.
for the last week.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Sure. You know, I'm using hyperbole right here, but you get what I'm saying. But for those of you who do want to, be alert and see where all our new videos come out, thank you so much for clicking that notification button. It really helps us all out and helps you guys stay in tune with what's going on our channel. A lot of people just they're like, oh, I didn't see this video and I really wanted to see when it's coming out.
We have a lot of people
that still haven't seen
that.
LJ's face.
This is making me mad. It's getting to the point where I'm going to start every video my face is shown in with a disclaimer, because everyone loved when I had those in my reviews.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Just stating, listen, if you're surprised to see my face in this, you might as well watch this video here. Otherwise, you're an idiot.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Insulting the audience is always a good first step.
Yeah.
I said otherwise.
Imagine finding LJ's face for the first time through how to clean your BIONICLE sets. How underwhelming.
I know,
right?
Okay, imagine though that you just haven't checked YouTube in a while, and you're like, oh man, I wonder what's going on the TTV channel, and you come back and you're like, oh, that's weird. I guess LJ has showed his face now. I didn't expect that. And I was like, oh man, you guys are all idiots. You should have been there. You should have been there. You should have been on that day watching the recap review.
When there's a space of time where I don't watch a certain channel and they've released a lot of videos, I just scroll down and go through all the videos to catch myself up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean,
but just so everyone can remind themselves that this thing happened, go watch the recap review finale again.
Watch
please.
it twice.
Watch it
all right.
twice, 3 times.
Listen, if you're gonna pull that,
just to
Okay.
remind
You're gonna pull that. I
yourself.
feel
While
Bob
you're
too.
doing that, also watch Ninjago Explained, because
Watch Vars. epic
LJ thinks he's
BrickHeadz
being
review.
clever, but I am quickly catching up in views.
Son of a gun. Okay, do we want to mention how far the bet we have?
So okay, we've got a current bet, right? So obviously, recap review finale is a big deal. It's a huge deal. LJ ending of LJ's show that he's had for years. It's pretty awesome, right? Well, he's got 18,000 views sitting right
19,000.
now. Well, 19,000 now. Well, I released Ninjago Explained, and because I'm Var and infinitely better than LJ, I started ranking in views, and I was like, man, I can't wait to usurp the recap review finale. So now we have a bet. Whoever gets to 2,000 views first has to pay out the other person in the amount of money that video earned.
What in the world?
It's great because I am less than 1,000 away from winning this bet, but Var is catching up so quickly.
It's really close.
Here's the thing. So I calculated based on our view metrics, how many views we're getting per hour. If everything continues the same level it's continuing for the past couple of weeks, VAR will reach it in about 3 weeks, maybe more. Some people peter off. LJ will reach 20,000 in about 8 months. So
What in the world?
right now it's kind of looking in VAR's favor, just a little bit.
It needs to be shared somewhere on some other website. One of the 2 videos.
The horrible thing about it is that this review, this is my magnum opus. I poured my heart and soul into this video and released it 3 months ago.
VAR has been explained
in
on a whim.
roughly a month, less than a month even, has almost usurped it with a video he spent about a week on.
He was like, man, I'm gonna skip TLDR this week. I'm gonna do this one-off. And it's yeah.
Disgusting.
Views.
Disgusting.
I literally made it in a day.
It was horrible. I spent years building up to it and weeks working on the video, and this son of a gun comes in here with less than a day of work.
I mean, listen, Ninjago, it's because Ninjago is just
Quality
more
over
popular,
quantity.
You know?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, VAR's was a bit more topical and informative.
People
I know
searching
why
up
it's getting
Ninjago.
so many views.
And it's
I know why. I don't need this explained, but VAR is pretty great. So.
You don't
You
need
mean
it
Ninjago
explained.
Explained?
Ninjago explained. Okay.
Okay.
Well, apparently we're all just derivative in our senses of humor. I think we spent too much time together.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking about spending too much time together, how you doing, VAR?
What? Oh.
Oh, hey. Who are you?
You were at his house.
I'm just a
Does
hobo
the
who
audience
spent
even know
the last
about
weekend
this?
in a house.
Not the
Wait,
BrickFeed
Yeah, we
audience.
talked about it on the
You're a
podcast.
hobo, Kahi?
The BrickFeed audience doesn't know.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did talk
Oh,
about
I
it on
guess
the
they don't.
podcast, huh?
Okay. So we got.
We were
I
doing
took a
stuff.
little excursion. Yeah, I took a little excursion. To North Carolina to buy some BrickHeadz, which is the sole reason I went, and also to maybe say
only
hi to
reason.
VAR for a couple minutes.
Yeah, to maybe possibly.
And then you decided to just stay in my apartment.
Yeah,
for
and I
2
just
days.
crashed in your house for a while because I
Ruined
had
his
nothing
weekend.
else to do.
Yeah. Ruined my weekend.
It was.
What
It was. It was less of like a weekend and more like a fever dream. You know, it's like a fever dream where I'm like always cramming for his test. I'm just in this. I'm just in a room being like, yeah. Just
we basically spent the weekend making videos and stuff that will maybe eventually go up on the channel at some point. We'll see.
We'll see.
Very possibly.
We'll tell you guys a bit more about it as it happened. But I do want to talk about BrickHeadz real quick because I got them and. Var, you're the only other person that has them right now. Is that correct? Do any of you have them?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the only one that has them.
I
don't
got
think
some
they're
others
out anywhere else outside of Lego stores at the moment. So yeah, we're the only two.
Well, you can get them at Shop at Home, can't you?
I've made a bunch of purchases from Shop at Home.
I mean, you can get them from Shop at Home, but you might as well wait for them to go live in Walmart.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
That is my thought process indeed.
I love this picture that audience member Scorpion Strike posted this great picture. Messi, you got to put it up on screen. Call him Var Brickhead.
Yeah.
We should mention a community project. A couple of community members have been working on something regarding the BrickHeadz. We should bring up in a moment.
Yeah. Let's talk about that real quick
the stuff
before
we
get
got
into the
over
thing.
the week, if we can.
Sure.
Because I got some stuff.
Yeah.
I finally have acquired all of the Next Knight's mechs. I don't know if I mentioned that last week, and they're really cool. I highly recommend them.
Except Axel, am I right?
I mean, listen, I don't really like Axel. I know he's a community favorite, but I do not like Axel. Not the minifigure, the mech. I also got another Next Knight set, Aaron Stone Destroyer.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's fine. I do not like the Aaron minifigure in this set. The creature is okay, the tree is a tree, and the vehicle's fine. It's kind of cool.
Additionally, the tree is a tree.
Wow.
I finally got all 3 of the Lego Batman movie posters that they were selling, so yay.
Was it worth it?
Oh, yeah. No, it's worth it. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I have them, and that makes me happy. And finally, I got 2 of these. They're upscaled. They're Lego mugs. And they were on sale when I bought them. I got one in red and I got one in blue. It's just a fun novelty.
You and your mugs. I saw.
Interesting.
Wow.
Actually, that's not, I mean, like, I would
That
say
handle
I'd buy
is so
one.
impractical.
No, it works fine. Works great.
It's ridiculous looking
If there
mug.
had, I'll be honest, Fire. If there one had been there at like the Lego store, I might have bought it.
It's just they were on
honestly
sale. I
might.
decided, you know what? It's a novelty item. I just want one.
By the way, you know what I saw at the Lego store that completely caught me off guard? Wasn't expecting to find
Kids.
a plushie, like an actual like Lego Batman plushie.
Yeah. They actually put those some new ones
those
up
are
on
there.
the store. The Lego Shop.
Yeah,
store.
they have, and I saw somewhere that they're also launching Ninjago ones too.
They
I think Kai
did.
and Nia.
It's Kai and Nia from Hands Time.
Yep. And so they did not. If Kai had been there, I actually probably would have bought Kai. Batman, I didn't feel like.
Yeah, they're really
buying
doing a lot
Batman at that
of new Lego products that aren't Lego, and it's kind of interesting because like I went to Target the other day. I don't know if I mentioned this in the podcast before or not, but they've got like Lego costumes of different lines. There's a bunch of Ninjago costumes and
They're
everything.
horrifying.
Yeah,
and they're
I saw that.
the most terrifying things I think I've ever seen in my
So
life.
bad.
Those claw hands are just like okay.
I think that's like part of the restructuring, of like when Lego, a couple months back we reported that Lego had split the company into like there's the Lego group and then there's like the Lego brand,
Right.
And so I feel like that group has been like trying to push the Lego brand and doing all these other extra things as we're seeing the results of that come out pretty soon. That's
I went to
kinda where
Walmart
that's
to
coming from.
see if the Next Knight's battle suits. I went to like another Walmart to see if it was just the one I went to the other day. It was like a fluke having them on clearance. I think it might have been because the other Walmart, they're perfectly fine. They're not on clearance whatsoever. Except at this store, all the Star Wars construction sets are on clearance. Even the newest ones that just came out. So...
And Construction's on a roll this year.
That's what I have to report. There was this really, really cool thing that happened. Like, this little girl, she couldn't have been more than 4. She, like, passed up, walking with her dad, passed up all the elves and friends sets and made a beeline straight for the Lego Batman movie set. And, like, was she was freaking out over the Scuttler. Like, I want this really bad. And, like, I don't think her dad got it for her. But it was nice to see.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Batman for
adorable.
life.
I'm really happy she's got that. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm really happy.
That's cool.
When kids are excited
systems
about
rocking,
something.
constructions not. So that's my report.
Oh,
Well,
surprise
surprise. All right, so all right, let's talk
about
about
BrickHeadz.
let's talk about BrickHeadz. We can. Okay, so I got these, and I filmed a video or two with them, and kind of like building them and seeing how they function. Essentially, the number one thing I took away from it, the BrickHeadz are a lot smaller than I thought they would be.
Yeah, I feel like that's a general consensus so far from a lot of people that have actually purchased them. That was definitely my impression when I first opened them up too and built them. It's like, wow, I was expecting them to be like half an inch taller, just a little bit bigger. I watched Jang's review of them, and he also had the same impression as well. So it seems to be a pretty common thing.
Yeah, and I don't really know. I mean, like, I guess
they just look bigger.
I don't know what I expected. Yeah, the thing is that, like, don't get me wrong. It doesn't feel like it's less of a product. Like, I'm not getting my money's worth.
Yeah,
definitely the time I spent building that and like the intricacy of the set. I bought Bell, I bought the Joker, I bought Iron Man, and I bought Beast, and I built all of them except for Beast, because I'm wanting to see if I can film me doing Beast. But like just building like the Joker, for example, the hair, his hair is just
very detailed.
Incredibly detailed
sculpting in that one.
I actually built that in while we were waiting at PF Chang's, and so in between us ordering and us getting our meal, it was like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I was able to build that set. Finished it exactly on time.
Like an hour. Gosh, we were there for so long.
We were there for a good amount of time. But basically, you are getting your money's worth. I definitely feel like when I bought it for $10. Afterwards, I was like, yeah, it's totally 100% worth this amount of money. And also I bought a Funko Pop figure to compare it. We bought, and so like, I'm hoping to do like a video on that too, comparing the two, because like, I feel like BrickHeadz, of course, is taking on the pop market head on. That's the whole point of this. So I want to see like, comparing these two, they were about the same price. Bell was about like $9.45. BrickHeadz was $9.99. So, I'll show like that thing later. Maybe you guys can get a taste of like,
fair enough.
If you want to get BrickHeadz or not. Well, I would totally recommend it though. It's, even though it's like kind of, I actually like it small.
Yeah.
I like it's not so,
easy to, easy to display and everything.
Yeah. You can fit more on your
got
shelf.
all of them.
I do have all of them.
You literally have all of them. I saw them on your little display thing.
They're really cool. Obviously, it's a pretty niche market there. If you want like a nice little cute collectible of your favorite character, that's what you'd buy them for. Otherwise, the sets themselves, they're pretty they're pretty standard derivative of each other. The Iron Man and Captain America and Batman ones in particular, I found to be the most derivative. However, the most unique, Bell, Beast, Black Widow, and Joker, those are really, really good sets as far as like bringing something new to the BrickHeadz building formula. So
just ridiculous amounts of detailing.
Yeah, basically
incredible amount of detailing.
How's Hulk?
I think we're getting
'Cause I like how he has articulated hands, kind of. Like he can do a hinge.
Yeah, Hulk is cool. He's definitely another unique one. The articulation is there, but I mean, like, it's not like you really ever use it. Yeah. It's just it's a display set, so it's not like you're really going to ever notice the articulation that much. Mm-hmm. There have been some really cool mods that I saw at BrickHeadz where they're like giving articulation to like the head and the arms and everything, and that's a really cool modification that I kind of wish that Lego had done, because I feel like just that little bit kind of adds more value to the set. But at $10, I mean, they're really cheap and good.
They're
priced,
really cheap and really good. Just like the amount of what you're getting for like that price is just, I still can't believe they're $10. Honestly,
yeah,
I was sure they're going to be at least 15, if not 20, for some of them.
For sure,
so they outdid themselves at the price bracket on this. I really am curious to see if they're going to be successful. Like, I imagine they'll sell enough. But I have seen a lot of negative comments towards them as well. So from people who aren't into the whole Funko kind of
it's from people that aren't really into it. That's all.
It's like for people. I know. I think I was on Shadow Gear's podcast, the Gearbox podcast, and I feel like that I was talking about like just some people as Marcus is not really appealing to them. Totally get it. Some people buy Lego for different things.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I feel like some of them actually are pretty well priced parts packs if you really want parts. Especially Joker. Joker comes with a ton of green pieces.
Joker does come with like a whole plethora of stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I can see it. And most of it's just normal bricks and slopes and everything. So not like really unique parts, but I don't know. They're good sets. I like them a lot.
Nice.
I'm gonna wait and see which ones they release next before I get into any of them. Honestly, none of the ones interest me right away.
Wave. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless we were to get
Yeah, I mean, like the thing about like you have to imagine too. There is a whole audience that is buying these Funko Pop figures, and they do nothing. They're just statues. It's not like there's this. And sure, the Lego audience is like, well, I want something different, and you're like, sure, but this is not aimed towards them. They're aimed towards people who already buy stuff that you just take out of the box.
Yeah, they're
and you put
collectibles.
somewhere.
That's all they are.
They're just collectibles, right? So the fact you can build it is an extra thing that I feel like a lot of people
Gives
who
it
are
a lot
in that
more
market
value.
Yeah, that it
That's how I
definitely
see
is
it,
something
too.
they'll pay for.
Bring on the
So not
Ninjago
appealing to everyone,
movie,
but, like-
BrickHeadz.
They honestly, I would be surprised if they didn't do it because they are doing the Lego Batman based off Lego Batman designs, like the Lego Batman movie designs, not just like general Batman. So I
yeah.
actually do honestly think they're going to launch the Ninjago exclusive ones, which I will be. I mean, that's an immediate buy for me.
Imagine
it's like I
Kai,
love
he's
Ninjago.
gonna have like Joker hair. Just super over.
Yeah, anime hair,
Oh yeah.
100%, 100%.
I don't know. I'd like some TTV BrickHeadz. I think those would be cool.
Community spotlight.
There's already plenty of those.
Okay, well, let's talk about that real
putting
quick.
in
Someone
work.
did create.
Multiple
Yeah,
people.
some guy has
Yes.
been doing a lot.
Multiple
of
people
our
have
BrickHeadz.
actually. The first one that came out was one by Monando Boy 83. I think that's how it's pronounced. And he made a just one single BrickHead of me, and I still really like it. It's just normal me with the plaid shirt. And I think it's really cool. I really appreciated it. And then we had another member by the name of DarkBrick999 who has made all of us. But instead of how we look as people, he made our Bionicle characters. And they're
I
just
love
so
the
impressive.
Meso BrickHead.
The
So
rest of
much.
BrickHead looks really cool. Honestly, all of them look really good. The only one that I'm like, I feel has a bit of problem is Ven.
Okay,
just
yeah.
because it's
Vin's
like
looks hilarious.
Ven needed
Ven's got a
Hulk
little bit
arms.
of a. Ven kind of looks like that kid, who got stung by all those bees and like tried to summon Vegeta's power. You guys read that article where he was like, he summoned some attack from Dragon Ball Z. That's how he survived 400 bee stings.
I
It's
forget
a
the
little-
inspiration
it's a little-
of that.
little
Yeah.
poofy, but everything else is really good.
Yeah.
Heck
They both
yeah.
did a great job. I love these. I would buy these. I'd buy me.
I appreciate
Would you buy me? I'd buy me.
I'd
I
love to
definitely
buy me.
appreciate the effort that went into it. Although I am a person who is very like I'm trying to distance myself away from this Bionicle version of myself as far as possible. So I'd actually love to see like a human BrickHeadz version of all of this. That'd be really
Yeah,
cool.
right now I'm the
When
only one
people
that
are,
has
thinking about doing
a
that.
human BrickHead, which looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love how it looks.
Well, I mean, like you have a human BrickHead, but your head is a giant Bionicle piece. So
I mean,
it's like,
yeah, it's
quote
my
unquote,
classic. It's my very
Right.
iconic look. He said he based it directly off of the recap finale, which everyone should go watch. And it definitely.
But not until you've watched Ninjago Explained first.
Before you
Well, I
watch
mean, like the
Ninjago
Ninjago
Explained.
Explain video, which everyone will watch because that's just how it's working out right now.
Ninjago.
Help me out, guys. Come on. I'm begging you. But yeah, no, I love these. I think they both did a phenomenal job. And they
Many
really captured the
thanks to you all.
BrickHead look.
Woo!
All right. What else do we got?
Okay. All right, let's move on to our news docket. The first thing that we're going to talk about is Lego Ideas. The Lego
This is
Ideas
rich.
results came in. Okay, I like Lego Ideas as a concept, and we've seen a lot of great stuff come out of it beforehand, and we always talk whenever that comes around, like, oh, this is a really cool thing that someone did, and what we want to see as a set. They selected what they wanted to to put forth. There were 12 things that hit 10,000 supporters. Only one is going through, and it is a Women of NASA set. That is right now. It features, if I can read this, Margaret Hamilton, Sally Ride. I'm trying to. There's like these giant text like covering it. Katherine Johnson. I can't read it. It's so
Nancy
small on the
Grace
screen.
Roman.
Nancy Grace Roman, and is that Mae Jemison?
I believe so, yes. And me
So,
being the uncultured individual I am, I don't know much about NASA. I've never heard about any of these people.
I've heard of Sally Ride. I know Sally Ride. I believe she's the first woman in space.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, I mean, the
But
project
other than that,
does,
it's like-
the actual project, which I will link, it does explain who they are.
Cool.
Margaret Hamilton's a computer scientist. She developed the onboard flight software for Apollo missions. Katherine Johnson is a mathematician space scientist. Sally Ride, again, first woman in space. Nancy Grace Roman was an astronomer, and Mae Jemison is a astronaut, physician, entrepreneur, and she was the first African American woman in space in 1992.
All excellent people to be represented in minifigure form. For me, it's less about the actual model and more just about how ideas continues to work. Because the actual set, this is very much like the Research Institute. You know, it's a collection of minifigures at a very small scale, very minuscule little display models that represent each of them and their character traits and what they did to contribute to the field. But then you look at the sets that got rejected. I think people need to use this as a learning experience. Just stop. It's not worth it. Lego's never gonna make these huge gargantuan sets that you put forth. Like the Addams Family Mansion, you know, this Lego Observatory.
Which looks amazing, by the way.
The Merchant's House looks so
phenomenal. But they're never gonna get through. They're never gonna do it. They always go for these smaller scale models. The only one that I was surprised to see go through was Adventure Time. But even that was small buildable figures. You know, it wasn't a massive set. Lego's not interested in making UCS scale models and ideas, basically.
Now, there is something interesting to note. During the video, toward the end, they did say that they could not definitively give a yes or no on Voltron yet. They said that it's taking a little more time, and then they will update us.
That
on
sounds
the
like
next
they
review.
want to do it, but they're waiting on a license to do it.
That's exactly
what
what
I'm
it
hearing
sounds
as
like.
well,
That's what
right.
people think. So there's and it's not confirmed, but it's a very reasonable suspicion to believe that we'll be getting
That would
Voltron.
be cool. That'd be very cool.
Voltron would be interesting. I haven't seen the show. I think Purple's seen it. She said
Purple
she
has seen it. I haven't
enjoyed it.
seen it. So a
It's
lot of
made by the
people.
same people that made Avatar, so that's cool. Or
Oh.
animated by the same people, I should say.
The next
Interesting.
review thing, there's not really much I could even say about this current set. Like, it's a minifigure pack. I likely will not pick it up, but it's a well-designed model. It's just small. You know,
Yeah,
I think that speaks volumes about what they're looking for in Lego ideas.
Yeah, it's a great model, and you know it's cool that it won. I don't personally have any interest, so I won't be getting it. But you know, congratulations to the individual that made it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The next Lego Ideas review, we actually there are rumors going around, which we know the winner, and I won't mention that here. But it is interesting to see all of the entries. The one I want to win is the Fossil Museum. That just looks outstanding to me for the next one.
Which fossil museum?
Oh wait. Oh, this is the last one that won. This one. Did we hear the winner from this?
They say results coming summer 2017.
Yeah, so I don't believe so.
Well, the one I just linked.
Unless time travel has been
The
invented.
picture I
in
just
between.
linked. It says results coming fall 2016.
Yeah, we should have heard the results of that already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we did. The old fishing store is actually being made.
Is it?
Yeah, the fishing store.
Remember?
Fishing store
Yeah.
one, we did see a
And
picture
I
of that.
believe
That's-
believe the fossil museum was.
That's
let me-
weird
let me
because it
check with
says
that.
here the LEGO Review Board is hard at work wrapping up the first 2016 LEGO Review, and we look forward to sharing the news with you all in a few weeks. Below are the 9 fantastic projects that are being reviewed.
Yeah.
And then they link this picture. The times are all off.
What are you looking at?
It's
This.
it's on the official blog post regarding the winners. There you go.
Okay.
It's really weird. Well, if we have heard the winner and it is the old fishing store, that's fine. No interest. I think it's a fine model, but I prefer...
totally get it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
I would prefer
honestly,
the Fossil Museum.
it's a big
That
deal.
looks amazing to me because I'm a huge dinosaur fan. And it's got a Spinosaurus, so bias.
God, I really like these architecture, like building sets. These are so cool.
Totally.
Oh man, not architecture as in Lego architecture. I hate Lego architecture, but I like these
Yes.
building sets.
Hey,
They are
Lego, the
quite
thing about
wonderful.
Lego architecture is that it's too small in scale.
Yeah,
that's
it's too
why
small.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to release the Washington Monument, and so I can get that. That's the one thing I'm really excited for.
For this next review period, the third 2016 LEGO review, results coming summer 2017. I have
Okay.
a personal investment in the
I
bus
know.
winning.
Oh,
It's
yes.
never gonna happen.
No.
You know, it's pretty evident what's gonna be the winner out of these. There's only 2 possible contenders, really. If you want honestly, because they're doing the fishing store. There's no way they're doing the boat repair shop right after the fishing store. It's not
Right,
gonna happen.
Exactly.
None of these cars are gonna get through.
Nah,
Star Wars.
I disagree.
That Hulkbuster UCS though. I
The
want that.
Hulkbuster UCS. My
no
God, I
Marvel's
want
gonna
that
get
so
through.
badly.
No Iron Giant. No Star Wars. It's gonna be either the Diner or the Lego store. One or the other.
I think there are three contenders,
Lego
actually.
stores.
I disagree. I think it's going to be either the Lego store, the diner, or the Land Rover. Because cars, I can absolutely see cars. I think
Cars,
there have been previous
I see the Land
winners
Rover
for
over.
cars.
Is the Land Rover trademark though? Because that's the thing. They have to get the license if they want to do a specific car. So it's like they have to make a deal with a car company. That's why the Volkswagen I don't see happening as much, just because they have to get the license from Volkswagen. Granted, they have a license with Lego Racers.
They have the license for Volkswagen.
But
They've made 3 Volkswagen vehicles at least.
Fair
right,
enough.
but we don't know how long that contract extends, or if it's only specific
Fair,
for like
I
they don't have
suppose.
they don't have a Volkswagen line. But granted, you're right. That's
I can see
precedent.
the
That
car
can't
more
be
than any
ignored.
other licensed properties.
Yeah.
Basically, it's not going to happen. As
Vin-
much as I'd love to see
Vintage-
it, I'd like the Hulkbuster. I'd like the
Vintage
bus. never
tram
gonna
though.
happen.
I don't know. I don't know about the tram. I don't know. For me, the diner's a done deal. That one looks like right up Lego's alley. It's something that they would want to
Yeah,
make.
it kind of.
Messa, regarding the cars, the reason why I say there's a precedent for that is because that's an idea set. I linked right there. It's the Caterham.
Fair enough. That is true.
So I certainly believe it is a contender. Also, yeah, the old fishing store was the most recent winner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
Interesting.
what I thought.
Okay.
So, which is
Well,
a shame because I
that's
really
that.
like the dinosaurs.
The 1950s diner, we don't get enough 50s styled Lego stuff or 50s styled stuff at all, and I really do like that style. So I am okay with. I'm definitely on board or seeing like more Lego buildings and
Is it just?
all sorts of different styles.
I really hate the idea of a UCS Ray Speeder, only because it's just yet another UCS Star Wars figure.
I know.
We already
Well,
get
no,
those. We don't
not
need
only
Lego
that,
ideas
it's
for
like,
that.
It's a UCS set that's like not that iconic. I don't really need or want Ray Speeder.
I don't want it. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, she uses it. She uses it at the beginning of the movie while she's still not even cool Jedi Ray. She's just kind of like lame. I scavenge parts Ray for
Yeah,
it's not like the Millennium Falcon when you actually see that
We
become
have
a thing
plenty
with
of
X-Wing.
UCS Star Wars sets. We don't need another one. Or at least
Yeah, I'm pretty
we don't
done.
need ideas to make another one. They'll probably make one anyway.
If they come up with a really cool vehicle in the next Star Wars film, then maybe that will be like, okay, sure, do UCS of that, but definitely not Ray Speeder.
Quite right.
That's not iconic enough for me.
All
What
right.
if a Hulkbuster though? Hulkbuster is
Well, for me, this list, the diner is pretty much like a no-brainer for me. I'd be surprised if Lego didn't do that one. The Lego Store modular version is also kind of a no-brainer. I feel like that one's less likely only because it doesn't look as complete or unique, I guess. That's what I would think. But I mean, there's no license needed for it, so I don't see why they wouldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just if they want to or not sort of thing.
Well, let's. I want to touch on a couple of things. That's next on our news docket, real quick, before I go to our new next thing of discussion. Lego has a survey that they've been asking all of the lands to give out. So we'll link it in the description. Essentially, it is a packaging survey, kind of, and you basically it gives you like quiz on like what you expect out of the packaging, what you like about their packaging so far, et cetera, et cetera. They're wanting as many opinions of this as possible, so you have some time. Just fill that out. That'd be great. We'll be able to pass it along to them. The second thing is that Elder, you linked this before.
Yes.
The Lego moderation team on the Lego message boards sent a farewell image.
I believe
boards
as
done?
of the
Is
time
today
of this
the day?
recording. Wait, what?
Is today the day? Are the message boards done?
I believe so. I don't know if today is the day where they go into read only or if they're officially closed. Either way, the access to the boards are officially done. You can no longer post, make new topics, interact in any meaningful way, shape, or form. The Lego message boards are officially closed.
Rest in peace. I would like to have a moment of silence for the Lego message boards. All right, so moving on.
All right.
Yeah,
Moving
a
on.
winner
Hey,
for my
if you-
personal challenge for the Lego message boards thing, the Greg topic, will be announced shortly.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been getting some PMs.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that today, but another time.
Cool.
Sounds good. By the way, if you missed the Lego message boards and you want to have a cool message boards to go on, I can suggest the TTV message boards at boards.tvchannel.com. It's our community. We showcase stuff from there from time to time, like the Lego BrickHeadz of us that we talked about earlier this week. We made early this episode. The boards are a great place for you to talk about Lego and anything else you're interested in. So totally join it. It's a great place. Boards.tvchannel.com. Shout out. All right. So moving on, I kind of like the last thing on our docket here. There's been a rumor that's been going around recently. And Basically, it's regarding Lego Dimensions, and the rumor is that like the actual Dimensions line is going to be discontinued.
Yeah, basically over. That's what we're getting.
It's basically, they're cutting out content. They're not doing
Nothing's
anything
confirmed as
else.
of yet, but there is rampant discussion about this, and there's a couple anecdotal pieces of evidence to support this, like the fact that they've been going on clearance like you wouldn't believe in stores all across the world, basically.
Dollar stores have been selling entire packs for $1.
Yep. Like the Simpsons packs, $1. And you get the minifigure and
Ninjago packs, $1.
Ninjago, it's all getting like just stuck.
I didn't know they're selling for $1. I might just
at the 99-cent stores. Yeah, this has been going all over. At the very least, all over the United States and I think Canada.
Yeah,
it's impressive.
Honestly, if it's the case, wouldn't surprise me. I could never see Dimensions being all that successful with those high price tags. Honestly. I know they're appealing to a certain demographic that already buys that kind of stuff, but I believe that kind of toy-to-game market is on the wane, and the only way it could have survived is by appealing to LEGO fans as well. And there's a point where the collectability of the minifigures, it's like you could just get that off like BrickLink or something instead of paying, $15 for like one minifigure and a little car construct,
right?
You know?
Well, I mean, essentially the whole draw to LEGO Dimensions is the kind of the draw to BrickHeadz, which is people are doing this. Why don't we do this? But you can build it, right? And that's like the whole concept, and it is better because like if you get right now, if you get LEGO Dimensions, or if you get like Skylanders, or if you get Disney, or used to get Disney Infinity, Amiibo, they're just statues. Unless you get a LEGO thing where you can like they're actual minifigures, you can still use them outside of the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So. The Disney Infinity stopped as well. They cut the program sometime last year. And they had another wave, everything planned out, and it was in the middle of development because I saw a lot of concept art going out afterwards of like stuff they had planned. There's these cool there's a cool Doctor Strange figure. I think there's a Spider-Gwen figure that was pitched at some point, and those are all canned. A lot of people are saying that hey, LEGO said that they would support Dimensions for 3 years. We're only in year 2. To which I say, oh, wow. LEGO canceling something that they had 3 years for in its second year? Say it isn't so.
So for all those system fans, you can probably tell we are still rather salty about BIONICLE being canned.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying I'm getting PTSD. It's like, it's like I had a girlfriend break up with me once, and now this other girlfriend is returning my calls, and I'm like, oh no.
We are the sodium masters right now. BIONICLE.
Yeah, basically.
BIONICLE got robbed.
Well,
TTV master of sodium.
When you look at this stuff right here, when you look at Dimensions, and you get into it, if you're not into the game aspect of it, and you're just into like collecting the exclusive figures, I can't imagine that it was ever going to go anywhere. Look at this. On Lego.com, I'm looking at the Dimensions prices. Here's the Mission Impossible level pack. Now, of course, the biggest selling point here is that it is a level pack. It has content for the game. It's got a lot of value to it.
DLC, essentially.
Yes, you're basically paying for DLC, so there is a precedent for the price. DLC. It makes sense. But look at that. It's one minifigure and 2 little constructs for $30. And from what I hear about the game, it's not doing anything revolutionary with the LEGO game formula.
It isn't. Well,
game.
That's my main thing. I mean, sure. Granted, you're right. You're getting like 2 little things, and you're getting a little minifigure of Ethan Hunt for $30. That's already too overpriced. But on top of that, I'm tired of TT games. I really am. I'm sick and tired of this game that was built in, like, it looks like it was made for a console back in 2006, being just reskinned over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
It's not, it's not just even the formula. It's the games look like a last gen game.
In order for this toy-to-life thing to have merit to the game, whatever you call the brand, the game itself needs to have appeal as well to get the interconnectivity. It's why Amiibos work better than, Disney Infinity did. It's because people want to play Nintendo games, and they buy the Amiibos because Nintendo puts out good games. Skylanders has street cred. They put out new games like every year. People may not like them, but they're churning it out. These LEGO games seem to be quite derivative of one another. And it's just expansion packs for the same base game. And they've completely stopped making standalone games to pump into this Dimensions machine, like they released a LEGO Batman movie story expansion for Dimensions as well.
Right.
It's all the same engine. It's all the same formula. It's just DLC for the same game. And
additionally, think about it this way. We saw in the second wave, there's a lot of packs, story packs, harkening back to nostalgic 80s stuff.
Yes.
Right? And there's definitely geared towards adults. Gremlins is a big one. There's not Ghost Rider, what's it called? Knight Rider. There's a lot of stuff that, that was built for nostalgic purposes. Those people aren't going to play your game though.
Nope.
I don't feel like that's the market that you're aiming for necessarily. I can't see kids going out and being like, "Hey, mom and dad, I want to get the Gremlins pack," because I totally recognize Gremlins. They're something I see in Cartoon Network every day. I can't see adults being like, "Oh, well, you know what? I didn't know they make Lego Gremlins. I'm going to pay $30 for this minifigure for a game that I'm not going to play because I'm an adult."
Whoops, that's what I did.
I just don't have time to.
That's the only Dimensions pack I have. It's
Gremlins.
Gremlins.
That kids know for that purpose, like they did Adventure Time.
They did do Adventure Time. No, that is true. Adventure Time was probably a good step in that right direction. To me, it feels like I do like the concept of Lego Dimensions a lot. As a concept, it really stands out. But it's $70 to get into, or is it higher than that? $70, $80?
It's in the 80, 90 range, depending on your console.
Yeah, to get the base
if
game,
you bought
and
it
then you
for
have
the
to pay for all the
PlayStation
extra
3,
stuff.
it's $80. If you bought it for the Wii U, it's $90. And I don't know about other consoles.
Well, who
like,
would buy Lego Dimensions at $90 for the
Why?
Wii U?
Why would you? And especially like, imagine the
Xbox
Wii U
One
already
is
comes
90.
with support for Amiibo.
Xbox One.
So like,
92.
why? Just like if Lego had just decided that, hey, we're just gonna make it compatible with NFC.
Yeah.
And just scan it in if you're on your Wii U
It's
tablet.
$90 to even get into this thing, and then additional payments if you want to get the full value. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them story pack, $50.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's a new game. That is literally a new game.
At least
I could
that
get
one
Horizon
had a
Zero
good
Dawn for
adult.
$10 more.
Yeah,
At least that
and
one
you
had
You
like
can
a
get
double-
Zelda Breath
you
of
can
the
get
Wild.
Overwatch
It's like,
for $10 less.
The Lego Batman
It's
movie
just-
story pack, $45. The Excalibur
I can't
Batman,
imagine-
one Batman minifigure and a horse, $15. Not as
These
bad.
prices are why I
man.
thought BrickHeadz is going to be at least
Ghostbusters
$15.
story pack, $50. The Mission Impossible Adventure Time Ghostbusters level pack, all $30. And then it's like,
And-
how are you supposed to actually sustain a business model at these prices? Who's gonna buy this stuff?
Well, to be fair, I know
not
someone who
enough
does
people.
collect them. I mean,
If I was a
this
younger
is a
kid, I know
collector
my mom
thing.
sure wouldn't dump like $1,000
Oh, man.
into getting me into Dimensions. Just buy actual Lego sets at that point,
I think that's the thing too. At some point, Lego is trying to get like Lego at some level competes with video games, right? They're talking about like how they always kind of have to like parents choose to either they choose to take kids off video games and they push them to do something else, and sometimes the other thing is Lego. So the Lego games have been successful. The problem is that like at this amount of money you're paying for it, a $70 Lego set, I would feel is if I'm a parent and I'm like, do I get this $70 video game or I get the $70 Lego set? What do you think? What do I think is more educational for my kid to have? And it's going to be this Lego set, which is going to be. I don't know. The value just doesn't add up to me. Essentially,
It's unrealistic to say this.
I'm paying another game. I'm
It
paying another
obviously
game
does
for 2
cost
sets.
dev time to create this DLC, so it's quite foolish to say this because it would not be profitable from a business perspective. They needed to sell the actual video game DLC portion at a loss in order to make this a successful endeavor, I think. Charging for the DLC and the quote-unquote set, it doesn't work.
Well, but,
The
here's
value
the thing.
just isn't there.
Part of the whole deal of the Lego Dimensions pack, it wasn't just like they gave you the thing you needed to scan with, and then they had you build this giant Lego portal around it, which was cool, I guess, but it upped the price by like what, $20-some?
Yeah.
You're getting
At
a
least,
game and a set in one, and so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Where it's like if you had just included the thing and just kind of forgo the giant Lego set that came with it, you might be able to actually, sell it for a bit less. How much does a Skylander cost? If I wanted to buy a Skylander right now,
It's
how
still
much would
pretty
it
pricey,
cost?
but let me see.
Yeah, they're still pricey.
Yeah.
The whole formula, everybody it's such a price gouge.
Well,
so-
Skylanders is not doing a new thing this year too. They're cutting back as well, which does lead credence to this idea. Like, had it just come out by its own, I'd be like, obviously everyone says everything's going to end at some point in time, but the trend has been declining over time.
From what I can see, the
and-
Skylander starter pack is about $50 if you were to get it at Target or Best Buy, but it's going for as cheap as $20 at Toys R Us, but that's probably because it's old.
Which is still
Right.
significantly lower than Dimensions. honestly, if this rumor turns out to be true, it won't be a surprise. Because honestly, Dimensions, like you guys have been saying, it's so expensive to get into. But also, look at all the sets. They're mostly licensed. And they're new licenses, too. Like, the Goonies, Gremlins, Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it's just like...
Adventure Time but that's recent. That makes sense.
Adventure Time, okay, the thing is that, like, had they decided to go, hey, you know what we should do? Let's do a lot of licenses that kids want to see, and we're going to put them in, and we're going to combine them all. That would have been different. They said, hey, we're going to do Adventure Time, we're going to do, like, Steven Universe, we're going to do, like, you know, whatever, all the like, kids' cartoons are really popular right now, and decided to put them all into the packs. That would have been a
of old
different
stuff,
thing.
New stuff,
right.
licensed, original.
I don't know what the old stuff was appealing to, I guess. I guess, like, Warner Brothers was just like, all right, you guys have the license to all of our stuff. Just go nuts. Like, anything we've made, you could just do stuff with that. And they're like, you guys did Gremlins, right? I guess.
They're trying to, like, hook the older people, too, I think, by saying, all right, if you want some of these minifigures from your childhood, you can get them. Buy these packs, but play the game, too. But they don't care about the game. The game is basically for kids.
And to be fair, like, the collectible packs, I get that. I really do. I bought the Gremlins pack. And I know a lot of people who are really interested in the older stuff, like Mission Impossible and... Okay, I really don't know who they were aiming the Goonies at. Legitimately. I can't figure it out. Like, I watched the Goonies growing up. I don't like the Goonies.
On this podcast, yeah. I don't know. It's just like a thing that's just kind of there.
So the price that I read out for the Skylanders starter pack, that was for... I didn't actually know this because I don't know anything about Skylanders, but apparently that was for the last games. Unlike LEGO Dimensions, which is just the one game, Skylanders actually has multiple games.
Okay.
So the price that I read was for Superchargers, which, by the way, has Donkey Kong in it, and I'm really confused because isn't that competing with Amiibos?
Mm-hmm.
That is weird, huh?
That is really odd.
Well, anyway, they're doing a partnership for the Switch, like they're doing a crossover.
Huh.
Like,
all right.
You can buy a Bowser amiibo, I think, and like you can use it with Skylanders. I'm not sure. It's weird.
That's actually really cool. Huh.
If I'm spreading misinformation, I'm sorry. I just that's what I got.
Right.
For the most recent game, Skylanders Imaginator starter pack, the prices vary depending on the store. I'm not really sure which one is the original retail price, but at Toys R Us and Target, you can get it for about $75. At Walmart,
so it is so expensive.
At Walmart and GameStop, though, you can get it for $45. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, what that discrepancy is about.
Huh.
I'm not sure what the initial retail price was supposed to be. But I mean, it's pretty expensive. But I mean, like, I don't know. I don't really know how the game functions. I don't know if you can use like figures for the last Skylanders game on the new game, or what the difference is between those games. But it sounds like there's at least more options.
Yeah, but I mean, again, they're not doing. I think they announced that they're not doing a new game this year. So at some level, they're reevaluating. It might be the same, like this kind of toy to video game thing. Might be the same fad that the like rhythm games went through. You know, remember how everyone was playing Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
For like ever, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, it was just gone. Just as soon as it came, it left. It was the biggest game series like in the world. Everybody played that thing. Yeah. I feel it's the same thing with kids with Skylanders and the whole toy video game phenomenon. It's kind of dying out.
Yeah, it is dying out. It's like they've had a new game every single year except for this year, ever since 2011.
Interesting.
So this is definitely a new thing that they're doing by not doing a game.
One nice thing that is kind of cool is that we will probably actually get a Ninjago video game. That's like an actual video game, not a level pack. Which is great because I want to do a Let's Play of Lego Batman, and I was like, oh, I can't do that because it's just a level pack for Dimensions, and I don't want to spend $70 and then $50.
It would cost you $130.
$130, and not even like I'd have to get a capture card for my Xbox too. So essentially, it's just too much money for me to even think about playing this game.
Just a Lego game too, you know.
Yeah, you know. It's
Meanwhile,
just
Lego Worlds, which is honestly, in my opinion, the best TT game we have had ever for Lego.
It's
at $15, $20.
Everything complain.
So easy to get into. And
everything I complain about that TT games. I hate the formula. I hate how they look. They just look so dated.
The Worlds is
Lego
fresh.
Worlds changes that. Worlds is fresh. Worlds is new. Worlds looks good. One thing I actually will say about Worlds that they should do. They should include some way to like script like events into their game. Because what I'm seeing is that like they're trying to find the ground because they don't want to be Minecraft. They want to be something different, but they don't know how to be something other than Minecraft. Because right now there's only the building portion. With Minecraft, you gain the resources and you build it. And I think what would be kind of cool is that if you used essentially LEGO Worlds as almost like a video, like a level editor. You build like a castle and you do all that stuff, and then you have like the night minifigures, and then you can do rudimentary, simple programming and give them like certain events. So like, and then you load it. You could play someone's campaign. You load it and you have the sword, and you go to the king, and the king says, "Hey, fight this dragon," and you have to go and you go through this dungeon that you've built, and then you fight the dragon at the end. Something like that, If they were able to add that functionality, then they could find their footing as almost like a very simple game creator for kids, and then you could do all these games in the Lego formula, because you can shoot, you can use swords and stuff, you can do all sorts of stuff. I don't know. That's my pitch.
Fair enough.
If you're listening, Lego. There you go.
All right.
Anyone have anything else you want to talk about real quick before we wrap this up?
May it rest in peace if it is truly over. That's what I'll say.
Yep.
All right.
I got nothing else. I'm happy I got my Gremlins pack, so.
I'm glad that we never started a video series on it, if it is over.
I know. Can you imagine?
We banked on
that
the
would have been a big investment on our end for
Lego
really little
Worlds.
return.
Yeah, let's get into that. Lego Dimensions. Whoa.
Yep.
I feel a little bit bad for, Brent Miller, because he did a play series on Lego Worlds. He's the voice of Zane, for anyone unaware. He does.
Speaking of which, he's got an awesome channel, everybody. You should check that out.
Yeah, you go check his channel out. His channel is awesome.
A great channel. Like, we did an interview with him a few months ago, and ever since then, his channel has just taken off. He's gotten interviews with the writers for Ninjago, the voice actors for the different ninja, like Sensei Wu, Jay.
My favorite videos are his behind-the-scenes ones, where he's like showing off the studio that they recorded and everything. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Lots of cool stuff.
Those are awesome. You don't really get to see that a lot, like voice actors and stuff. And so if you're interested in that at all, his channel is a great resource.
Oh, yeah. Phenomenal guy. He's so down to earth. He'll probably answer any questions you guys have. Go check him out.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, you can catch us here at youtube.com/TTV channel. Hit that notification button to make sure you get notified when our videos come up. And donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/TTV channel. Be part of our live studio audience. Shout out to all the people listening to us right now. We're going to see you guys next week for another episode of the BrickFeed Podcast. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Barteran.
I'm Messa.
I'm LJ.
And we'll see you guys later.
Farewell, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See ya.